Alright, hey guys, Traption. Now in the background, you guys are going to be watching a 98-12 gameplay, but that's not really too interesting. The most interesting part about this is something you guys have been requesting a lot. And what you guys have been requesting was a how to get a nuclear. Now, I'm finally going to be bringing these to you guys because you guys have been asking for a while on how to get nuclears. You guys are saying, oh, you're still lucky, you can only get in God lobbies, and that's not really the case. Most of the time, I do get in God lobbies, yes, I do. But I have to get through the sweaties first, either making them back out and stuff like that. But that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to teach you guys how to get some good lobbies, how to get nuclears while in those good lobbies. So let's get right into it. Now, with the first thing on my list, now before I start, this isn't going to be in any specific order. So yeah. So for the first one, is a lot of people are going to say what gun to use. They're going to be a bit of like, you're gonna be saying, oh, use the MA and one burst across the map, all this beautiful stuff. There's other people say the Man of War, high damage. No, it really doesn't matter. Like, as you guys see this gameplay, I'm gonna be using a Weevil with Silencer. Now, if you guys put this on, you guys are gonna get a ton of hit markers. Now, it may not look like this because it is in theater mode, but you do get a ton of hit markers, and it really just doesn't matter what gun you use. I could be using an Argus with Silencer. It just doesn't matter. It literally all that matters is your play style. Like, as you can see here, I'm just posting up around corners and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. You guys use whatever gun you're comfortable with. Could be like a Brecci with Silencer. It really does not matter. So yeah, that's going to be the first thing, because I do watch a lot of like videos on how to get nuclears, and just so I can get a little bit of an idea of how they would set up. And I just see a lot of people saying, oh, it matters about what gun you use, and that's really not the case at all. Now, coming into number 2, we have is master the movement. Now, I see a lot of people, they just run and they do some dumb stuff. Like, they go wall running and then they start, like, it's crazy what people do. But, as you can see throughout this gameplay, I know when to jump and when not to jump. I use my surroundings to my advantage, because as you guys see, I'm like, instead of jumping up there, I just went all the way around, and some people, in some instances, would just jump on top of the window, and it just gets them killed. Now, you guys can use movement like sliding and then jumping, or you can just jump and then slide, and that helps you out in so many scenarios, either getting out of a gunfight or outmaneuvering gunfire. And in order to help you with this, either you guys can buy a scuff, which is very expensive. Like, I spent about 200 on mine. Well, it's not very recommended, but it does help out a lot. Now, when I did not have a scuff, you guys saw that I did use either a bumper jumper, which makes it so that you jump with the, I believe it's L2 button? L1, L2, either one of those buttons. I'm not too sure which one it is. And also another one is you could use stick and move, which makes it so you jump with R3. If you guys don't know what R3 is basically the analog stick, and if you just press down on it, you will be able to jump. And if you guys don't really like that, then you guys can try using claw, which is not really recommended. It does hurt your fingers. I have tried it, and it's very hard to get used to. When I started using it, I didn't really get used to it at all, so that's why I stopped using it, and I went to bumper jumper, and then I went to scuff. Yeah, so just try either one of those, whatever is more comfortable towards your playstyle or however your hands are set up. Because me, I have big hands, so it just helps me out a lot using bumper jumper and all that jazz. Now, coming in at number 3, we have use your surroundings to your advantage and take advantage of your specialist. Now, this is probably one of the most important things, because if you do use your surroundings to your advantage, as you can see right here, I am using the head glitch, and I'm using like a bit of cover. As you see, I pre-aim around the door. I use all this cover. Like, it just helps out tremendously. Head glitching, all that stuff, you can get a better advantage. And as you can see, I am pressed against the house, so that once they come out, they all just focus on the ball and not towards like the face of their house. Because if they do, my teammates will just pick them off, and it's just literally all about using your surroundings to your advantage. Now, also, what I said with the specialist is, as you see throughout this gameplay, I do use vision pulse, and it helps me out a lot knowing where they are. Although I do have a hater, the hater is only helps you a certain amount. Now, with this vision pulse, this thing is like threat detection from Advanced Warfare. Now, if you guys don't know, a lot of pub stompers use threat detection. It was absolutely amazing, and it just helped out so much. And that's what basically this the Specialist does. It's basically a new threat detection in the game, and it helps out. And on top of that, with the Hater, it's just even better. And also, you guys can use other specialists. Just use your specialists to your advantage as well, such as Glitch. Just know, like, once you guys have Glitch, you guys can be a little bit more aggressive, but just be sure to have your, like, finger on the little paddles so that you'll be able to glitch and be ready. Or you can use kinetic armor and just push the spawns. There's so many different scenarios where these specialists could come in handy. Now, those are specialist abilities. Now, even better are specialist weapons. Now, you guys can see I use the specialist weapons a lot. And these specialist weapons either help you towards your score streaks because they do count as 125 points, which is absolutely crazy because you can get 4 kills and that'll equal to about 500 points, and that could be an easy UAV and counter UAV right there. So yeah, you can use the Purify to get your streaks, or you can use it to basically outgun other players, such as using like a shotgun and all that stuff. Or you can just use it to pre-fire around corners, as you can see with me and a lot of my gameplays using the Purifier. Now, coming in at number 4, we have sound whoring. Sound whoring is really like important with getting a nuclear, especially if you're playing solo. Or if not, then it still matters a lot. Even though if you guys are making callouts, no matter what, it still counts a lot. Now, usually what I do is I just get like either earbuds or a headset. Like, I don't have like the best headset in the world, but it does help me out a lot. Now, the headset that I use is just the Skull Candy, and I have it plugged into my PlayStation, and it does work. It helps me out a lot. I see a lot of people using earbuds, such as Swagspiel, before someone gave him his Astros. And yeah, you could just use anything, basically anything that can go into the PlayStation headphone jack. And also, another thing that you guys could use, which I do use a lot, is if you guys do go into the settings and go to the, what's it called? Like the options and stuff for your, like the hear and stuff, you guys will be able to see like a whole bunch of settings. And if you guys do put Super Crunch is so amazing. Like, I can hear people from across the map running if I do have my headset all the way. It's like Super Crunch makes it so much better. And yeah. So I do stress a lot that you guys would push Super Crunch and or have a headset. Both of those combo would make a difference in your gameplay. I can guarantee that. Now, number 5 we have is always look at your minimap. Now, I see a lot of Timmy No Thumbs just running around, not looking at their minimap. They just play, they just start running around, and I don't have a silencer, so I'm just spraying around, and they don't look to where I'm shooting at. They just, most of the time I die is because they hear me shooting, or they look at their minimap. Now, that's really important. That also ties into sound whore. You guys need to hear where they're shooting and all that stuff. And that's basically like 10 times, like a lot of the times I die is because people are always looking at their minimap. And yeah. So Timmy No Thumbs, they won't look at their minimap, and they'll just get themselves killed and not know how to maneuver the map and look where their teammates are for cover, just in case if you do get outrun. Now, number 6, we have score streaks. Now, in this gameplay, you guys can see I do use the Talon. It does help me out a lot in some sticky situations. And honestly, it really all depends on how you play and all that stuff. Like Talon, I'm always up in their face, so I do need the Talon just to protect me just a little bit. And if you guys are going for a nuclear, I need you guys to always run Hater. Like, Hater is very important. Now, you can see the Market J getting nuclears without haters, but that's because he's a god. He's been playing Call of Duty for over maybe about like 12 years. I honestly have no clue, but he's been playing Call of Duty for a lot of years, and he has a pretty good map awareness on where people play and how people play and all that stuff. So yeah, unless you're the Market J, don't run Hater, okay? The Hater, you guys can see I use it in almost all my gameplays. It's easier to get nuclears and all that stuff. And if you guys are running Raps, that's not going to help you at all, right? Raps are not going to do anything whatsoever for you. They're just going to take your kills, flip the spawns, make people rage quit, all that jazz. Now, Wraith could help you with a little bit of leverage, just in case they do flip spawns. You can just flip them back, and it really just all depends. Now, I do not recommend running Mothership or a GI unit, because it'll take a long time to laugh that Hater, which means you are going to be left alone just looking for people, and that just makes it a lot harder. Because in my personal experiences, I run GI unit, and it was so hard just to lap streak that, because I would call in that hater and then use the GI unit, and as soon as I got the GI unit, the hater ran out, which absolutely sucked. So I do not recommend GI unit if you guys are trying to lap streaks and get another hater. Also, I almost forgot to mention is when you guys have the hater, make sure you guys have map control, because I see a lot of my friends, they call in haters when we don't have map control, so we have to fight for map control, and it just, we don't get to get the full advantage of the hater and like killing them off of their spawns and all that stuff. And just make sure you guys have map control, like at least of mid or maybe in your spawn, because if you guys do not have map control, it is not, the hater's not gonna help you one bit, because you guys are just gonna be stuck in the spawn. No one's gonna be helping you, and yeah. So that's gonna be it for the how to get a nuclear. Now, if you guys have any questions, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I will be sure to respond to every comment that you guys ask. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Same here.